that's about as good as it gets. Hello, my souls, and welcome back to Starfield and Claire dying. Also, we tried to get a Rick on here, but apparently it doesn't feel like that's going to happen. Mostly
It
because
doesn't like him.
Microsoft absolutely fucking hates itself. Excuse me. So, Rick, what do you think about my facial features now? Oof. Also, it just dawned on me I should probably switch that to that. There we go, now I can see everybody.
I have to use the bathroom, so I will be right.
I mean, close enough. Let's see who all we can abduct. There is a wild Rick here, but we did try to get him in here. There's a possible Tiny. Although Tiny's probably heading towards bed right now. That's way out there. So, what should I do this time? Should I continue doing war relics? Should I continue guilty parties, or should I do deep cover? So, Ryujin Industries, you say UC, or do I go deep cover? I'll let you guys choose. Also, hey Rick, definitely let me know what you think. Also, it dawns on me. Over here is my clothes. I forgot to put the yin up. Oops. So apparently Heather wants to see me go and be evil. Hmm. Hold that thought. Also, yeah, I'm gonna go put the yin on display. Is it apple? Is it pear? Is it lime? Is it crotch fruit? Who knows? So Aiden wants to see us be evil. Is Frost doing anything for Christmas? Yeah, he's gonna be celebrating Christmas with me and my family. I mean, he kind of does that every year. Or at least he has been for the last couple of years.
Navigational feedback checks out. We're in the right place.
All right.
This is UC Security. Prepare to be scanned for contraband.
Go ahead and scan my
And
ship.
we're done. Welcome to Mars.
All right, Sam. You and Chloe are sitting this one out. If I can ever find where your holes are. Well, of course you're in here.
I'm ready to make some waves.
We went our separate
Cora misses
ways.
the launch anyhow. I'll say hello to the gang for you.
No. Hi, Volk. Also, hello, oh, Heather, hello, Johnson, hello, Volk, hello, Andy, hello, Rick. Also, hey, Rick, take a wild guess at what the Yin's been named. I finally got me one of the Grinny boys.
Welcome, Captain. We've been expecting you. You're clear to dock at docking port 1.
No, not Ed.
We're docked.
Although that would have been an adorable name. But nah, not Ed.
Welcome aboard the UC Vigilance. Did you have any questions before I escort you to the commander?
Before I meet with Commander Akande, is there anything I should know?
Yeah. Listen to him. Carefully. The commander's a one-and-done kind of officer. In other words, he hates to repeat himself. Other than that, just observe standard military decorum, and it should keep you from serving any time on the ship's cleaning detail.
No. Aziel. Can you tell me about the UC Vigilance?
I'm not authorized to divulge information about this vessel. Suffice to say, it's one of the toughest ships in the UC's arsenal.
I have about a million questions, but I think I wait for the commander.
Of course. If you'd follow me, please. So, you're the vanguard that took down that terramorph on Tau City. You've made quite an impression around here. Everyone upstairs is talking about it. Damn. That must have
I mean, you know, I'm
one
nothing if
hell
not
of a
if
firefight.
I'm
I
nothing
almost
if
regret
not
missing out on all the fun. Of course,
predictable.
we don't normally see that kind of action at the Vigilance, but we have our moments. All right, Vanguard. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Akande should be waiting for you. Good luck.
My brain tried to register that first thing as a name until I realized he's just called Systef Guard.
Hey. Yes, what?
Okay. Hello.
Ah, there you are. Commander Kibwe Kande, UC Systef. Glad to have you aboard. I was beginning to think you were having second thoughts about Commander Tuala's offer.
I'm not entirely sold on the idea yet.
Well then, let's just see what we can do about that, eh? This is the operations center of the UC Vigilance. SysDef's nerve center, dedicated to the destruction of the Crimson Fleet.
Impressive ship, but I don't see where I fit in.
Whether this ship is impressive or not, you're the key element that we've been lacking. We need eyes and ears inside the Crimson Fleet. Someone who can feed us information, evidence, and expose their weaknesses. The catch is that you can't just knock on their front door and ask for an application. Getting inside is going to take some finesse.
Let's see if this works.
Good. I have just the right place for you to start. Our intelligence has managed to find a possible opening into the Crimson Fleet through Saoirse Bowden, one of their contacts. She works for the Trade Authority in Sidonia, so you'll be using a container of Aurora we've loaded on your ship to get her attention.
Doesn't sound like an ironclad plan to me.
Well, it's the best we've got. Once you bluff your way into the Crimson Fleet, then the operation proceeds to evidence gathering. That's where my second-in-command, Lieutenant Gillian Toft, comes into the picture. She'll explain everything you need to know.
Point the way and I'll get it done.
To get going. Good. Remember, this entire operation rests on your ability to infiltrate the Crimson Fleet and bring us the evidence we need to take them down.
I'll do my best.
I wouldn't expect any less. Look, before you begin, I want to make something perfectly clear. As an undercover operative for UC SysDef, you'll be expected to follow our code of conduct and ethics. Allow yourself to stray too far off the path, and you stand a good chance of spiraling out of control.
Can you explain SysDef's code of conducts and ethics?
To put it simply, you can't go into every situation with guns blazing.
No shit.
Think before you act. Calculate what you're doing and pull the trigger only when it's absolutely necessary. At the end of the day, your primary goal is taking down the Crimson Fleet. That's the greater good.
Yeah, making promises.
I don't want promises. I'm just asking you to think. Anyway, it's time to hand you over to Lieutenant Toft. She'll brief you about the details of the evidence-gathering portion of the operation. Now, get out of here, and good luck.
Tell me more about my expected behavior as an agent. Kind of already know what this is going to be like.
While you're running with the Crimson Fleet, you're undoubtedly going to be faced with some morally gray decisions. It's going to be difficult for you to weigh the consequences of pulling the trigger while maintaining your cover. Do what you have to do, but remember why you're out there in the first place.
Refuse to kill innocent people.
I'm not advocating violence. I'm merely urging you to weigh the consequences before you open fire. Look, I can see that you're struggling with this. So let me simplify this for you. If there's a route to your goal which doesn't involve killing innocent people, I'm urging you to follow that path. Use your instincts. I'm certain you'll do the right thing.
And I maintain contact.
That's easy to answer. You don't. We'll be monitoring your activities from the Vigilance and attempting to keep it within your vicinity. When you feel you've gathered enough evidence, and at the completion of your assignments, head back here for a debrief. Beyond that, you're completely on your own.
Have any other information about Bowden?
All we know is that she's been with the Trade Authority for years, which means she's been privy to some seriously shady deals. She's shrewd and she's diligent. The only reason we were able to connect her with the Crimson Fleet at all was thanks to an informant. I'm afraid she's the best lead we've got.
Happens if I get arrested while I'm undercover.
For your own safety, nobody but myself and the crew of the Vigilance will be aware that you're working for the United Colonies. Basically, if you land in jail, you're going to have to deal with the fines. You have your orders.
Howdy.
Pardon?
Hello.
Excuse me. Yes?
All right. We don't have a lot of time, so I need you to listen up. While you're working undercover, it's imperative that you gather as much evidence as possible. you find any records that look suspicious or incriminating, you bring it to me. Is that understood?
So basically, you want me to steal from thieves.
Rationalize it however you like, but that evidence is critical to the success of Commander Akande's operation. I want data slates, computer downloads, handwritten notes. Hell, I'll take anything if it'll get those bastards thrown into the brig.
If there's incriminating data out there, I'll find it.
For the sake of the settled systems, I hope you're right. That minor skirmish you had with them on Vectera was nothing compared to the death and destruction those pirates leave behind. If you've seen what I've seen, you'd understand why I'm pushing you so hard.
I've seen my fair share of violence.
Then you'll understand why it's so important that this operation is successful. Anyway, before I let you go, there's just one more thing. Commander Akande has authorized a credit disbursement for each piece of evidence that you return.
All right.
As compensation
Rick.
for your efforts.
Blam. It's very generous.
It's not generous, it's motivational. Commander Akande's idea. All right. We've loaded a container of Aurora into your ship's cargo hold. We're also providing you with a sample you can use to tease the goods. We've cleared your ship for launch. Proceed to Sidonia. Make contact with Saoirse Bowden. And with any luck, she'll point you to the Crimson Fleet. That should do it. You're dismissed.
If I get caught with the container of Aurora in my cargo hold.
Don't worry, the container's been registered with UC Security, so you shouldn't have any trouble. Even if you're scanned. Of course, if we find out you tried to sell it to someone outside the boundaries of this particular operation, well, I don't think I need to tell you the consequences of making that mistake. I'll be here if you have any more questions.
Yes, what?
Let's do this. First things first. This ship's gonna get a bit of a downgrade. Well, downgrade and upgrade, technically. So.
Ship's detached. We're clear.
Aiden. Your thing hates you, doesn't it? Eh. All right. Whoa, why do I only have 10,000 credits? Oh, because I upgraded the shit out of my ship, didn't I? Well. Okay, maybe not. However, I am gonna have to swap out my crew.
Mom says we might go to Paradiso next year. She's all excited about spa days. I wonder if they have any good bookstores there. Mom says later this year we can spend a whole week together. A week!
So I'm doing as a captain so far.
You want my honest opinion? I think you're doing great, but there's always room for improvement. I mean, your ship doesn't have a library. Where's a girl supposed to store her books? What about me? How am I doing as a co-pilot?
I mean, you still have a lot to learn.
Duh! I'm only 12. You really expect me to know everything? Sheesh!
Smart kid.
Never quite had a friend like you.
Anything interesting?
You read my mind. Here. Catch up with you later.
Slept with him, and then he gave me a bottle of bubbly random liquids. Okay, that's a thing. Hey, Claire.
Wow.
No, I've made it invite only. What are you talking about? Bah.
Numb.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey. Or Babble Boobies.
I like Babble Booey.
Why are your boobs babbling?
Because I like babbling my boobs.
Where is my brain taking us? Hey, everybody. Why are you babbling?
Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. touch and go. Unidentified vessel, please acknowledge. Those Crimson Fleet goons never stood a chance. Not everyone would have stuck their necks any way we can
The extra
Of course.
credits wouldn't hurt.
Thanks again for the help. UC out.
Especially since in a little while here, it's gonna feel a little bit like I'm fucking you guys in the head with your own crowbars!
Are we gonna make them as pianos? Or what the fuck? Pinatas? Ugh, I can't stand it.
Were you trying to say Piano Reeves?
No, I was trying to say pinata.
Okay, where are we trying to be on Keanu Reeves?
This is United Colony Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband.
Appropriately, I guess.
Well, I mean, this is the fucking early release of Diablo 5, so I guess we can pee on Keanu Reeves. I'm going to hell for that statement. Also, Keanu Reeves, if you're watching by any stretch of, you know, I'm fairly certain nobody would be that could get back to him, but if anyone is out there who would try to get back to him can, don't sue me. Like,
Oops,
legit,
I
only
just-
message I want to send. Don't sue me.
I just rear-ended someone.
See, he's the one that rear-ended somebody. Sue him.
Oh, they just got me back.
Ow! Ew.
Ever been to Aquila?
Almost break time. Come on.
Come here, strange lady. Let me play with your asshole!
If you're here to buy or sell, you might want to talk to Octai. I'm busy.
I'm here to sell, but I'm looking for...
Wouldn't be the first time I've heard that line. Oh, don't give me that look. I'm just having a laugh. What have you got for me?
I'm looking to sell I'll offer shipment of Aurora.
Whoa, way too hot for me. That stuff is nothing but bad news. Why don't you take your shipment and try somewhere else?
You can't handle it. Point me to someone who can.
All I'm going to point at is the ceiling, with my middle finger. Get that stuff out of here before UC security catches on. Of course, if there's a finder's fee you're offering, I might, well, bend the rules a little bit.
Girl, you're talking my language. How about this?
You know, it's funny. Suddenly, I do remember someone who might be able to unload that stuff for you. There's a buddy of mine who runs with the Crimson Fleet. Goes by the name Adler Kemp. If he isn't passed out, you can find him killing the rest of his brain cells at the Broken Spear. Oh, and it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
I wonder if I can actually buy Aurora in this game and use it.
Mars is wrapped with resources, which means there's always...
Unless you're here to serve me another drink, you can turn around and walk away.
What is your blown-ass pupil pupil motherfucking man? Seriously, dude? Come on, here. Hey. Bowden said you could help me move some of this.
Hey, why don't you say that a little louder? I don't think every single UC guard in Sidonia heard you.
Bitch, get your shit
okay.
in. Get!
Okay,
Get that in your
I think
face.
we can help you with this. If you've got a whole shipment of this stuff, you're going to need to move it fast. But you're going to have to do something for us first.
Who's we and us? I thought I was dealing with you.
You're a clever one, aren't you? Let's just say I have a certain influential affiliation. And leave it at that. Basically, you want that Aurora moved, I'm your guy.
Cyrus never said anything about that.
Yeah, well, she isn't running the show here. I am. Now listen up, because I'm not going to repeat myself. I need you to deal with a miner who's racked up a bunch of debt. He probably spent it all on booze, not that I blame him. Either way, I want that money back.
Alright. How loud do you want this to be?
What do I need to do here? Write you an instruction manual? You can do this loud, you can do this quiet. I don't care. I just want my goddamn money, and I want this guy to remember who he screwed over.
Alright.
Perfect. His name's Carl Fielding. I think you'll find him wandering around the Deimos miners' quarters. Don't worry, you can't miss him. Just look for the most miserable-looking guy in the entire place.
This storyline is already making me feel grumbled. I feel like a grumpled old man right now. Excuse me. I'm not on drugs, you are, sir.
Mars isn't for everyone.
Please remain 2 meters away for your safety.
Just because the governor's office is right out there on the main level doesn't mean it's not secure.
Something I can help you with?
I'm here to collect the credits you at Adler Camp.
Adler Camp? Who the heck is that?
Do you owe any money to anyone or not?
Of course I owe money. Unless you're independently wealthy. Everyone's in debt nowadays. I owe Deimos. I owe my landlord. I owe Galbank. Heck, I have a tab at Parsec Deep at Cespear. It's an endless list. So why don't you just leave me here? Let me get drunk and find someone else to bother. Okay?
I really don't have time to play games.
What? Play what games? You're obviously confusing me with someone else. Look, I'm tired. It's been a long day in the mines. I just want to go home, wash off the dust, and relax. This has been fun, though. Whatever.
I'll go back to Adler and go back and tell Adler you said that.
Adler. Oh, wait. You mean that Adler? Yeah, sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. I told him I'd pay up next week when Deimos cuts our next profit share check. I'll even bring it to him personally. Sound good? Yeah?
I don't think Adler's going to be satisfied with that option.
Well, I mean, he doesn't really have a choice. Look, I haven't got a single credit to spare right now. Okay? You can't squeeze blood from a stone. You know? Right?
Promise to stop borrowing from Adler and I'll pay the debt.
Holy crap. Really? You'd do that for me? Wow. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. For everything. And don't worry. I'll never borrow anything from Adler again. I promise.
Do you have a child or children between the ages of 5 to 18? Enroll them in a United Colony.
Oh, I'm so glad I'm so glad that the text was on the screen, because my brain heard that so wrong, because I heard that if you have children with children between the ages of 5 and 15.
Distance learning program today. Your children will be provided with routine programs teaching them art, science, mathematics, history, and more. All in the
That would be a weird assumption. I mean, with millennials, you wouldn't necessarily be wrong, but...
That's it. I'm not going to show up to work for a week. Then my boss will see how much she needs me and give me a raise. Good for you.
The psychotropic produced in the city of Neon and widely available there is illegal contraband in the United Colony.
Can't believe we're still pulling up huge mineral deposits after all this.
Have something for me?
Yeah, it's all here.
Well, would you look at that? I knew that bum was holding out on me. He going to be a problem anymore? Or did he get the message?
He got the message.
Nice. Nice. You're kind of a natural at this. Leaning on deadbeats comes easy to you. I like that. You know, if you like this kind of work, I can get you more. A lot more. You think you can handle running with my, associates?
If you're thinking they can handle me, sure.
That's what I'm talking about. I like your style. All right. I'll call ahead and get a hold of Nevamora. She's second to the big boss himself. Head out to Europa. You'll find her there. I suggest you listen to whatever she has to say. Oh, and I've taken care of that Aurora shipment for you too. Don't spend all that cash in one place.
Hey, it's my personal savior.
Thanks again for the assist.
Keep a lookout. Notify us if you see anything suspicious.
Graffiti and other street art is not tolerated for civilians.
I swear this quest line is gonna get me grumpled. Because I already want to pump a fucking round through someone's face, and I don't mean in a good way.
Captain, it is pleasant to see you.
Captain, do you require my assistance? Travel safely.
Yes.
I like to think of myself as your emotional support human.
I really want to throw you out the airlock right now.
Very practical to seal this off and make it habitable.
First things first. Hey, Burb, you're a derpable. Why are my drinks always gone? Fuck.
The heart of the subtle system. Death message
At Reliant Medical, we've got you covered. Our trained and certified physicians are qualified to assess nature.
60%. Your safety is
Here at Enhance, we offer full range.
Okay, cool. That is the astral.
climbing the charts. Mech Horizon.
Kill for a cup of coffee right about now.
Let's go see if I can get myself some Aurora in here.
I'm flying right now.
Is the restroom?
Ready to party? Let me get you a drink.
Keep it coming.
This place is insane. Let loose.
Hi! Having fun? Hey there.
Can I get you something to drink? Yeah, you're new here, aren't you? Name's Boone Morgan, your new best friend on Neon. If you're here for a drink or listen to the music, I've got you covered. But if you're here for something a little more exciting, we have plenty of Aurora for sale.
Definitely here to try the Aurora.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's set you up. Here, take a look at the menu. Now, I'm not going to lie. The Aurora is a bit expensive, but let's face it. Can you really put a price on pleasure?
And take a look at the menu.
Of course. Take your time.
Anything on the menu you'd recommend?
That depends on if you're hungry or thirsty.
Thirsty.
All right, well, I've got a couple of specialties of the house you might be interested in. First, there's our best seller, Sangria Astral, which is a curiously refreshing, fruit-infused red wine served in a commemorative bottle. But if your palate is a bit more refined, we have our Bayou Private Reserve, a painstakingly distilled cognac stored in the purest Arcturan crystal. That enough? Or are you hungry as well?
That's all.
Of course, of course.
Like some details on purchasing a penthouse.
Excellent choice. The Sky Suite offers luxury and sophistication you won't find anywhere else in the settled systems. And since you'll be living in the same tower as the Astral Lounge, all of its pleasures and pageantry are only an elevator away.
Okay. What features does it offer?
Of course. The Sky Suite features an open design with an emphasis on luxury. Whether you prefer the morning sky or a neon sunrise, the high ceilings and wall-sized windows will give you a full view of the city's splendor.
Not interested right now. That is a lot of money.
How unfortunate. But I will be here should you change your mind. Enjoy the lounge.
Well, let's see. Oh, hi. For a 10-second trip. This is gonna be weird.
Why is my...
I already know this is gonna be weird.
Okay, I gotta fix that after this match.
Yep.
This Aurora stuff is blowing my mind!
It's party time! Get zoned and have fun!
Hell yeah! This is
Alright.
awesome!
I'm not stoned enough to deal with these stoners. Alright, let's go fuck someone's day.
Back off. That's an order, not a suggestion.
Eat a dick, Winston.
Gotta call someone's power.
Oh god. Hey Ed.
Yes.
Nom. Would you pay what does 700 credits in this equate to? Probably about like 80-90 bucks for a 10-second high. Because I don't think I know anybody who would pay for a 10-second acid trip. $10-minute maybe, not 10 seconds.
What's next on the agenda? Saving the world? Saving the galaxy?
I love your optimism, dude. We're about to go do terrible things to a lot of people. We aren't saving anyone right now. let me do things to your face. At some point, I'm gonna have to build another ship.
Yes? Oh, sure. Take a look.
Thanks for letting me unload shit into you. There we go. All right, lady, it's time to do things to your face. Fuck you. I'm about to go rendezvous with people I don't want to be rendezvousing with. Oh, so because buttholes are annoying.
Look who finally had the guts to show up. Looks like Adler finally did something right for once. So, big shot. I hear Adler thinks you're good enough to join our crew.
Adler said that? I didn't know he cared.
You're funny. I hate funny. Remember that.
Girl, I don't give a fuck.
Before I put you to work, let's get everything out in the open. I don't know if Adler mentioned it, and for his sake, I hope he hasn't. But you aren't about to sign up with any average pirate crew. You're signing up with the Crimson Fleet. That's if you get through this little task I have planned for you. There's a medical supply ship called the Ragana, jumping into Enceladus's orbit. On board that ship, you'll find a traitor named Austin Rake. I want him dead.
What option do I have to complete this job?
Kill Rake? That's your only option? If you want my advice, there's only one way to guarantee he dies. Turn the Ragana into space junk. Only way to be sure.
Medical supply ship, why not why not a ship with some actual loot?
This job isn't about the loot. But I suppose every dog needs its scraps. Keep whatever worthless junk is on that ship. Just remember, the only thing that matters is that Rake dies.
It's
done when Rake stops breathing. Head back here when you're finished. And don't keep me waiting for long.
I get that you're a fucking recruiter. I want to blow your ass out of the fucking air right now. Come on. We're about to be evil.
This is Dmitry Moldavsky, pilot of the Ragana. We are a simple transport ship heading to New Homestead. We do not want any trouble.
Then boy, do I have some bad news for you.
I do not understand. Please confirm your intentions.
Fleet wants Austin Rake dead. I'd like to board your ship and talk about how to spare him.
Well, normally I would say no, but frankly it will be safer for us that way. Alright, you can dock. We will talk then.
Okay. Come here, little lady. Let me shove this in your face hole. Hey, Claire.
Yeah.
How much you want to bet I'm walking into a trap?
And repeat that.
I am not sure what to make of you being here. If you wanted to kill us, you could have done that from your ship. If you wanted our cargo, we could have jettisoned it.
The first time.
I guess I should just stop talking and let you say your piece.
I don't know who's listening over comms. This is safer.
That is true. Which means you don't want somebody to know what you are really up to. Now, do you mind telling us what this is all about?
Lee wants Rake dead, but I want to resolve this without violence.
You really do not know which one of us is Rake, do you? And you do not seem to care either, which makes me think you really want to save him. Okay, I have idea. We can strike his name from Manifest, make it so he was never on board. Then, when we dock, we will leave him on this ship and deliver him to another port.
Deliver him to Sistef. If the fleet finds out about this deal, we're both exposed.
That is fair. We do not want any part of the fleet. Is that all right with you, Austin?
Do I have a choice?
It does not appear you do. Well then, it is agreed. You go back to your ship and we will make sure Rake was never on ours. And in case any of your handlers get suspicious, here. We had an extra crate of supplies loaded, in case one got damaged. This should be proof you were not here to bargain.
Thank you for letting us go.
This unpleasantness aside, the
So
people
now
of
what?
New
They're
Homestead
gonna
will
put
be
me in a
grateful
SysDef
for
prison?
these supplies.
I'm not saying it's worse than death, but it's pretty damn close.
Better that you're alive, man. So, this is weirdly enough the kind of game kind of storyline I like, but at the same time, it's the kind of storyline that makes me want to strangle someone.
Damn mercs just don't know how to take a hit. Hey, Rook, wanna help me with some target practice?
Their grab drive is crippled. They're not escaping.
They've lost shields! Hit them now!
Target's engines have been critically damaged.
I'm gonna break you open!
Enemy shield generator has been locked out.
Is it weird that I still get
Repairs to the grab drive are complete.
We're literally best friends after all.
Thanks for the help with the Cliptic. I had it under control, but it definitely went faster after you jumped into the fight. Now tell me about the Ragana. Give me some good news, then we can go celebrate.
Austin Rake is dead. Ragana survived.
No kidding. That'll make Delgado happy, seeing as our hands are clean. I would have preferred if you hadn't left witnesses behind, but at least you got the job done. Anyway, you wanted into the Crimson Fleet? Well, you're in. Yep, it's that simple. Hope this business with Rake's taught you something. because I'm about to stick my neck out and vouch for you. If you screw up, and I wind up looking like an asshole, I'm gonna send someone after you. We clear?
Best decision you ever made.
Last person who said that was Rake. So you've already dug yourself a hole about 6 feet deep.
Eat a dick,
Now
lady.
that you know the deal, it's time to see what you signed up for.
Let's do
I'm gonna
this.
upload the coordinates for our headquarters in the Crick system. Spacers call it the key, the fleet calls it home. Head out there as soon as you can. Don't keep me waiting long.
Do this. Really? You want me on this then, Leash? Fuck you. Better be paying better.
Be advised, you are entering United Colony space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned. Scan complete. You're cleared to land.
Fuck. Bitch, come here. Let me shit my. Let me put my shit in your brain. Let me shit my put in your brain, apparently. Lind, why are you sitting on my head? Bah. Oof.
Hello.
Commander Conde wants to see you. Follow me.
I just won my first ranked match
I
of
had a
the
friend
day.
that
I don't know how I feel about
I
that.
hope I'll be able to see him next time we're on shore leave.
Uh-huh.
Lieutenant Toft is as organized as they come. You can be sure she'll keep our T's crossed and guns loaded.
Do you have anything to report? We got the message from the Regana about Austin Rick. We had him dropped off at a separate port, off the books. Suffice to say, he's got a lot to answer for.
Good. Risked my cover to do it, so you'd better appreciate it.
I do. I know it's a delicate tightrope, and it doesn't go unnoticed that you're risking your own life to walk it. Oh, one more thing before we move on. For transparency's sake, you should know we were the ones that hired Ecliptic to attack Neva's ship. There was concern after what happened with the Regana that you might have trouble earning Neva's trust. Coming to her rescue ensured that would not be a problem.
I could have died out there. That was a risky move. That was a risky move.
But a gamble that hopefully paid off. On that note, how did things go with Neva? Were you able to join the fleet?
Doesn't seem like I. It does seem like I passed their initial test.
Then it worked. You're in. Sounds like everything is going as expected. Now it's time for the next phase of the mission.
Our intel on Saoirse was correct. After we received reports on your interaction with Adler Kemp, we picked up on your rendezvous with Neva Mora.
Our files indicate she's second in command, so getting on her good side will ensure you get into the Crimson Fleet.
What do you know about Neva?
The woman has a record that could stretch across Sol and back. She started young as one of Neon's street rats, and worked her way up to second in command. She's a force to be reckoned with, so don't underestimate her.
Everything's going according to plan.
Yes, you passed your first test and you're still alive. But before we get too confident, that either means she suspects nothing, or she intends to make an example of you later. Just remember, these are ruthless criminals, so don't let your guard down.
And their ruthlessness is only surpassed by their cunning. You should proceed with caution, regardless of how well you think you've ingratiated yourself.
So what's next for you on Neva's agenda?
Didn't I get off the Vigilance before my cover's blown?
The Vigilance is equipped with one of the most advanced intelligence suites in the UC fleet. Nothing slips through. You can rest assured, if the Crimson Fleet had any access to our whereabouts or had infiltrated our security, we'd know. As long as you're here, your identity is safe.
I was told to meet Neva at the key.
Where you'll meet Delgado, no doubt.
Delgado is the leader of the Crimson Fleet. I have a profile here with some information on his background. You'll want to know the individual cadences of every member of the fleet, but Delgado's most of all.
In any case, now that you're with the fleet, you'll be operating independently. We will shadow you eventually, but we'll need to maintain our distance for now, especially while you're on the key. This will also give us time to bolster our defenses, should we need to engage with the fleet in the future.
Sir, on that note, shall we begin implementing the upgrade to our shields?
Immediately, Lieutenant. Notify the engineers and relay the information to the crew. I hope your entry into the fleet has overcome any doubts you may have had regarding your mission. It's certainly increased my estimates on success. Keep up the good work. We'll expect further reports. Dismissed.
First mission in the books and no casualties. Good work.
Eat a dick. What did you guys choose to make me do?
You're looking as glorious as ever, Captain.
I'm gonna slap you at some point today. I'm gonna slap you at some point in this fucking storyline. It's because I don't want to fucking stab you. Hello, Claire. By the way,
Yeah,
want to go with me to go meet Marcus later?
Yeah, probably.
Cool.
Yeah, along for the ride.
Where are we going? What are we doing? What's next for me and you? There was a small bit of dust on your shoulder. How dare it try to spoil perfection? But don't worry, I blew it off.
Dude, please do not blow anything involving me. Anywhere near anything involving me. Can I close this door? I can't. Suck ass. I'll be right back. I need to pee and I need to go and do a thing. I need to grab a drink. So, give me a moment. I'll be right back.
Ah. Yeah, that's a whole bunch of sick. Hmm? Hi.
So, I want to explain something ever so slightly. I went to go pee and to get a drink. I went pee. I got my drink. Then I walked back in here and sat down without my fucking headset. Headset. Or my controller. Excuse me, I'll be right back.
Someone probably thinks I'm cheating, Kit. I'm actually doing okay, Yuki. I'm coughing mainly because of the freaking hit I took. What happened, Kit? I saw I saw your face. I don't know what you said.
As I said, I went to go pee, grabbed a drink, and now I have my headset. The Nuggies are offering me soup. Wonton soup.
No, the Nuggies are offering me soup.
I mean, quite possibly. I mean, regardless, wonton soup sounds fucking good. So, because I can, wonton soup for everybody. Claire?
What?
Balls. Preferably greasy, not hairy ones. Because well-greased balls are things you can't get really too terribly many places anymore. Wouldn't you agree?
No! Finka!
Okay, Claire. Thanks. I didn't know Finka had well-greased balls.
No. I nearly got saved by the Finka.
I know, but Finka's well-greased balls would explain so much. Don't you agree?
Feel bad. No, I was about to shit on a fucking... What's her face? I don't know. Thorn.
I mean, if you were about to shit on her face, one would hope you knew that. Where did I stuff it? You have got to be fidgeting with my hole. Ow. Ow, that was my nuts. Hey, Claire.
Yeah?
I just dropped a grinder on my lap. And do you know what the sad part about that is?
What?
That's the most action I've ever gotten off a grinder. I'm sorry for that joke, but I'm not sorry for that joke. Probably not, Burb. Reason being is, tonight's going to be an overly stressful night for me. So I'm going to be hanging out with Claire for a couple hours, and then I'm going the fuck to bed so I can wake up early in the morning so I can stress the fuck out. How many different ways can I fuck my brain here? Will do.
Another perfect jump. Just like you planned.
What are you hailing for? Land in the key or don't.
This is gonna feel weirdly good to do to him. That's not a phrase I ever thought I would say in regards to this character! But in a twisted way, it makes so much sense.
You are the great. I'll follow your every move.
He thinks I'm some kind of hero. I'm about to take the thingy. Actually, you know what? I ain't gonna do that to him.
I don't know who the hell I just killed.
This is so
I am
cool.
sorry.
Very well.
The MX4 Storm is not that great, I swear.
People say I need more hobbies. Writing about you, thinking about you, talking about you. That's 3 right there. Creme Terracino is my favorite. Terra Latte is also my favorite. So is Terra Brew Classic.
That tracks so fucking much. Why does that track so fucking well? You're a coffee addict. Fuck you.
Of course. I'll follow you to the end of the universe.
Come on, dude. See if you got what it takes to do this kind of shit with me. Because here's the worst part about all of this. Up to a certain point.
You got your cut. Now get out of my face. You said the take was 10K, but it was 30. Captain. Big difference on 40% of 10 versus 30.
You wanted 4K, you got 4K. Not my problem.
If you're stealing from me, you bet your ass it's your problem.
You kidding me? Way to make a mess in front of my new rook.
Hey, steal from me and get caught? Better off dead.
Sounds like you did the fleet a favor. Now toss this body out of an airlock before it turns into a damn air freshener.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck you. Taking his credits and his fucking ammo.
The hell took you so long? Forget how to grab jump or something?
Ah, bitch. My own affairs to deal with. Why, did you miss me?
Please. It'd be one less sloppy rook whose mess I had to clean up. The last thing I need is another Austin rate getting cold feet. You want to leave the fleet? You pay the price. Not in credits, but in blood.
Job's done, I'm here, so back off.
Fair enough. Glad to see you showing some backbone. Just be careful that you can back up that attitude before you square off with someone who can kick your ass. But, all that aside, you made it. So now, you get to hear a nifty history lesson. Pencils ready? Good. This floating scrap heap you're standing on is called the Key. Used to be an old UC military star station, and now it's the fleet's base of operations. Might look a little beat up on the outside, but we keep it together.
That really pisses off the UC that you're using their star station.
You think? And that's only part of it. I'll let Delgado fill you in on the whole story. He tells it better anyway. But I can give you the short version while we walk the station. Anyway, I'll tell you all about the Key. But it's better if I show you too. Follow me.
All right.
Show me that
History
around.
time. So, the key is in orbit around Suvorov. That's the very same ice ball where the United Colonies built a supermax prison they call the Lock. The UC is so clever. Supermax prison, lock, key. Cute, huh?
You got some infinity gauntlet in your fucking back, lady.
Now, we've got everything
You
the
do.
fleet needs right here. Of course, you've got to pay for it. Remember, on the key, credits are king. What the hell is this?
All right, hang on, Nev. Before you get pissed, I've got my hands full.
Jasmine, sweetie, I'm trying to give a tour here. So you want to tell me why those damn doors are sealed?
It's called a malfunction. You know, that thing I spend most of my day dealing with. Believe me, my people are on it. Have a little faith for once.
Aw. And you, always, Angel. This here's Jasmine. You need anything for your ship, she's got you covered. We'll hit up the depot next since these doors have given out on us. So anyway, we were talking about the Lock. About 100 years ago, the prisoners down there rioted and took over the place. After stealing some ships, they were actually able to make it up here and took over the key.
About time you brought us new blood, Neva. I was getting tired of trading with the same old faces.
You're just ticked everyone's getting wise to your ridiculous prices, Aludra. Anyway, welcome to the depot, Rook, where you'll be lucky if these blood-sucking leeches don't bleed you completely dry.
Whoa, whoa. It's not our fault if people don't appreciate how much it costs to get untraceable merchandise onto the key.
Neva's just whining because she thinks she lost a ton of cash selling us a shipment of gear. She should have done her homework.
Yeah, sure, laugh it up. I'll remember that next time I need something from you cheapskates. Let's move on. Back to my story. After the liberated prisoners grabbed the key, they established it as a base of operations and began pirating the spaceways. That was how the Crimson Fleet began. Of course, Jasper Cricks had a lot to do with all that, but we'll get to him later. Rook, meet Zuri, queen of the rare exports.
If I don't have it, you don't need it.
Neuroamps, blueprints. Hit her up and she'll take care of you.
Speaking of which, you still owe me for that last purchase, Neva. It's like 5 figures. Don't make me collect it the hard way.
The hard way? Oh no. Rook, protect me from Zuri's vengeance. Enough of the bullshit, Zuri. I'll pay you when I pay you. Deal with it. Got a problem with that? Take it up with the boss.
I hope
On the
you
right,
came with credits.
you've got Bradley from the Trade Authority. I'm sure you know the deal there. He'll buy pretty much anything, no matter how hot. Then we got our med bay on the left, run by the one and only Samina Mizra. She'll patch you up, if you've got the money. We don't run any free clinics up in here, you don't? Okay, this is our final stop. Over there, you've got the Last Nova, where Bog serves watered-down drinks at ridiculously exorbitant prices. And right here is the most important place on the entire station, the Reckoner's Core, run by the incomparable Shinya Voss.
Another new Rook, Neva? I can't believe Delgado still lets you recruit given what happened with the last one.
You mean Austin Rake? It's been taken care of, all right? I don't like loose ends, and this Rook is the one who tied it off.
Perhaps next time you'll try to be a bit more discerning regarding your choices. It's far more cost-effective.
Yeah, love you too, darling. Anyway, Shinya handles our lifeblood, the money. We call him our Reckoner, but if you ask me, he's actually a pain in the ass.
And Neva will slit your throat if she thinks you'll bleed creds.
Go to hell, boss. Take care of our new friend here, or I'll find a way to pull the pin on that little party popper in your chest. Anyway, Shinya will get you set up in our system. I've got real work to do. Once you're done, head upstairs and I'll introduce you to the boss.
Time for a proper introduction. I am Shinya Voss, the official reckoner for the Crimson Fleet. And since Neva so thoughtfully mentioned it, yes, this is a bomb embedded in my chest. And no, I'll never know the meaning of the word humble. In fact, I find Delgado's idea of a security measure to be quite empowering.
Most clever security measure I've ever seen.
Glad you approve. Obviously, betrayal isn't taken lightly around here. Since I oversee the bulk of transactions and maintain all accounts for the fleet, I'm a prime target for information. Should our enemies capture me or I grew any semblance of a moral conscience, you might consider me the greatest threat we have. For Delgado, the bomb grants peace of mind and a certain degree of safety.
I bet you don't get out much.
It's been over 5 years since I've stepped off the key. Leaving this place puts far too much at risk. Now, let me get you set up. A moment while I convene with the core. Thanks to advanced modifications even Ryujin would envy, I can interface directly with our mainframe and the Galbank network. This allows me to move and clean credits faster and more efficiently than any run-of-the-mill cyber runner. There, you're done. All you need now is Delgado's blessing, and you'll be one of us.
Any other modifications I need to know about?
None. Other than my chest and arm modifications, I am but a simple man. Is the interview over now? Can we get back to work?
You should have been dead, Solus.
About time. What's up?
Yes. About time you shut up and listened.
Oh, this
Thanks to our
Solus
relations
should've
with
died.
contacts across the galaxy, we always have a steady stream of jobs available. I've granted you all the necessary permissions to access these listings at any time, using the computers that surround the core.
Sounds like we'll be doing a lot of business together.
If Neva's chosen wisely, we certainly will. Now, I believe that covers all I have to say, so you can run along to Delgado. Take the elevator to the upper level. You should be able to find your way from there, I hope.
Alright, listen up. You can all stop complaining. Atrium to cargo bay doors have been repaired. Oh, and you're welcome, Nev.
Ah. The hell of a hookah.
Ah, there's our other new recruit. So, now that we are all here, it's time to get down to business. The two of you are the only rooks that have made the latest cut. The rest, well, let's just say they won't be joining us ever again. Neva's willing to put her neck on the line and vouch for you, which means you've got what it takes to join the Crimson Fleet.
Won't disappoint.
You'd better not disappoint, or you'll find yourself answering to me, personally. All right, let's get started here. When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, you're in it for the long haul. No one quits. No one retires. The only way out is death. You stay loyal or you pay the consequences. Fleet before friends. Fleet before family. Fleet before yourself.
Hope that doesn't include fleet before breakfast, because I like to sleep late.
Hey, if you've got a problem, I can decorate that wall behind you with your brains. Room could use a little color if you ask me.
It's all right, neighbor. I admire this rook's backbone. Takes a lot of guts to crack jokes with the threat of death staring them in the face.
Can we get on with this? I want to get drunk at the last Nova.
I'm impressed. That is the first intelligent thing you have said this entire time, Mathis. Since you two seem so eager to move forward, let's get to your next job. Pack your cold weather gear, rooks. Where we are going, you're going to need it.
Oh, God, don't tell me you're dragging him down to Suvarol for another one of your little initiation runs. 10 Johns to the surface, 12 dead rooks. You'd think by now you would have given up on that goddamn campfire story.
Crix's legacy is no story, neighbor. We've got fresh eyes in the fleet. And if these two want to impress, they're going to help me
No face
search
for
those
a
ruins.
I hope you're right, Dale. That new code we grabbed for the lock cost us a ton of credits. And a decent captain.
This initiation, as Neva calls it, is your chance to see where it all began. On Suvorov with Jasper Crix. Crix led the riots that gave birth to the Crimson Fleet. And if his legacy is still out there, we're going to be the ones to find it.
I mean... maybe you should tell me more about the Crick's legacy. Yeah. What's this code Neva was talking about?
Through a bit of luck and a hell of a lot of cash, Neva was able to get her hands on an access code to the inside of the lock. This will be the first time someone from the Crimson Fleet has set foot in there for, well, since Crix left the place behind. It has been frustrating being this close to potential clues, but not being able to find a way through those prison walls.
Take every new pirate on these initiations?
Of course. Where else could I find such a perfect location to weed out any rooks who'd be wasting the fleet's time?
Maybe you should tell me more about Crick's legacy.
Before Crix left the fleet, he left a message talking about a major score. One that would set up the fleet to be a big player in the settled systems. Somewhere down the line, they started calling it Crix's legacy. And everyone who's tried to find it has wound up empty-handed, missing, or dead. If we're gonna beat those odds, we'll first need a lead. And I would wager we will find one on Suvorov.
Dale's leaving out the best part. That this whole search is based on a handful of words on a very old slate. Crix left a lot of big talk on that recording, and not a lot of facts. Some of us believe in it more than others.
Don't listen to her. When we get our hands on Crix's legacy, the fleet will be operating at a completely different level. We will become more than a match for UC Systef.
We'll be unstoppable.
Exactly. Now you're beginning to understand. Okay, enough discussion. We have got a lot of work to do. To that end, the next stop is the lock.
That cannot
I've
be
had Jazz
alcoholic
feed the
enough.
coordinates into your ship's
And
computer.
there's no alcohol in it.
Since Mathis
Well,
doesn't
fuck.
have a ship, he's going to ride with me. I'll see you down there, Rook. Don't keep me waiting.
Is Mina seeing anyone right
right now? Patience, I mean. I got a sore hip.
I really kind of want to eat myself right now. I know that sounds weird, but just kinda. Anyways, folks, before I get too invested in this stupidity, I'm going to save my game, and this is where I'm going to leave off. So, if you enjoy the gameplay or the commentary, give us a like. If you want to keep up with this or any of our other content, hit subscribe and ring the bell. Become part of our notification squad so you can see when we upload and when we go live. But for now, this is Kitthesoulless signing off. So until next time, everybody. Correction, Kitthesoulless and crew signing off. So until next time, everybody. Bye-bye, Mlam.
I was about to say, excuse you, did you forget us?
I am high as a kite and stressed the fuck out. MVP.
I mean,
also,
fair.
tackle snuggle the pine martin. Nom nom nom.
Eee. I lost the high pitch. I say that as my voice cracked. I said I lost the high pitch of going ee, and then my voice cracked, and I was like, that did not help.
Need something?
Lost the high pitch.
Yeah.
Jerky boy. Nom.
Nom.
My ship's busted. Something's wrong with my shield.
Nom
They
nom.
aren't even there.
Well, I'm not gonna ask if you diverted power from them, because